Guys, you will not guess what happened to us last night. Just arrived at our final hotel and she's so cute. We have a little bathroom in here, a nice bed to cuddle up on tonight, and a little couch to rot on because we love rotting. I think we are just going to probably head out soon and get some ramen because we are starving. But we're so excited to explore Kanazawa tomorrow for our last day in Japan.
So sad but so excited at the same time.
But yeah, super pumped.
Not wanting to venture far, we settled on a local ramen restaurant only a 300-meter walk from our hotel, which ended up being such a hidden gem. This unassuming restaurant was located on the basement level of an old commercial building and seated roughly 10 people in total. To order, we used a ticket machine which had English directions that was super easy to navigate. Both Mia and I ordered the soupless ramen with chashu pork, which was absolutely delicious and only cost 800 yen. The owner made all the dishes fresh right in front of us and was so friendly and welcoming, using Google Translate to tell us how best to enjoy the noodles, which made our visit extra special.
Wow. Arigato. Arigato.
Okay. Chili oil,
Chili?
vinegar, sesame oil, onion, sesame seeds. Okay.
Perfect. Dinner served. Looks delicious.
Amazing.
Ooh. Try it out. Do a big thumbs up. Guys, you will not guess what happened to us last night. We were just having a cute little girly night in, watching Taegood as you do, getting to the real pointy end.
Only 10 minutes left of the movie.
Yeah, literally. And my phone completely cuts out and is like, emergency warning.
And mine's like
earthquake.
beeping.
Literally insane. And then we feel this utter shaking of our hotel room. Mind you, we are on the 7th floor.
Yes.
So
it's just like swaying and we're just kind of like in bed
swaying.
like what?
We're like, what the heck is going on, as if we're experiencing an earthquake right now. There's something going on in the like internal like speaker system, but it's all in Japanese.
So we have no idea what's happening.
Like, for all we know, it could be like some evacuation protocol. But yeah, so we look online and we're like, oh my gosh, what in the world just occurred?
Yeah.
And we found out that we experienced a 6.4 magnitude earthquike, which is quite strong.
Which is quite strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. It like just happened like off the coast of the Kanazawa area. No immediate damage has been discovered. There's been no tsunami or warnings, thank God. But the Shinkansen that we took yesterday afternoon has been temporarily suspended, which is like crazy because that was just a few hours
Before the earthquake.
yeah, that we had taken that same train. So kind of in shock, kind of like as if that had just happened.
Crazy. And there were some aftershocks like after the initial earthquake, but like they were pretty small, so like we didn't feel like anything really afterwards.
Thank God.
Thank God. One was enough.
But yeah, I think we're just gonna like keep busy today.
Enjoy our last day.
Enjoy our last day, because that was just like a crazy end to our trip.
Yeah.
We started our day by walking over to Kanazawa Castle Park, intending to look around before the rain began, which didn't really go to plan, but it was beautiful all the same. Originally constructed in 1583, the castle served as the seat of the Maida clan, and has since served multiple purposes, including a military base and even a university campus. The castle park is free to enter, and tourists are invited to explore the castle remains, including its moat, storehouse, and turrets. We then headed to Curio Cafe for a quick bite to eat. This cafe is located right near the Kanazawa train station and makes delicious coffees and sandwiches. It can get quite busy and there's usually a line, but I definitely think it's worth the wait.
Yummy. That looks really good.
So yummy.
After breakfast, we walked over to Omicho Market, a vibrant food market often referred to as Kanazawa's kitchen. Established during the Edo period, Omicho has been the city's largest fresh food market for over 300 years. Today, it features more than 170 stalls, specialising in a wide variety of products, including freshly caught seafood, seasonal fruit and vegetables, and local delicacies. We then visited Kenrikuen Garden, a beautiful Japanese landscape garden located opposite Kanazawa Castle Park and a designated special place of scenic beauty.
Whoa, look at this. I don't know if you can see that. It's so yellow. The colours are probably even more like exaggerated because of the rain and the cloud.
The name Kenrikuen means garden that combines 6 characteristics, referring to the 6 factors which, according to Chinese landscape theory, are the essential attributes that make up the perfect garden. And perfect it was, with meandering paths, large ponds, and the most impressive display of autumn foliage we saw whilst in Japan. The garden was truly breathtaking. But unfortunately, our time at the garden was sadly cut short, thanks to the most aggressive downpour of rain, which led us to seek cover in the nearby 21st Century Museum of Contemporary Art.
Bit of a rainy morning we've had.
It was bucketing. At least we're wearing waterproof shoes.
We're both soaked from our knees downwards, so wet.
And we weren't going to take an umbrella from the hotel.
Thank God Phoebe convinced me to get some.
Yeah, luckily.
The museum is housed in an innovative circular building featuring transparent glass walls and 5 entry points to discourage visitors from approaching the building, and more symbolically, it's art from only one direction. While an amusing way to pass the time on a rainy day, I wouldn't necessarily recommend visiting on a fine day, as the free collection was quite limited. However, the museum library is really cool to browse, with lots of interesting fashion, art, and architecture books.
Lol.
A little update, it is torrentially raining outside and blowing a gale.
Yes, and our umbrella broke several times on like the short 600-meter walk from our hotel to this coffee shop.
Yeah, so we've decided to take cover in a cute little coffee shop, get a little beverage and a sweet treat to escape this treacherous weather. It's actually crazy. Hopefully it clears up soon and we can go explore the Geisha district and the Samurai district later today.
Taking advantage of a short break in the rain, we headed over to Nagamachi, Kanazawa's samurai district. It's one of the best preserved samurai neighborhoods in Japan and offers an insightful glimpse into Japan's feudal era. A highlight of Nagamachi is Nomurake, a restored samurai residence showcasing period artifacts, serene gardens, and refined architecture. For 550 yen, visitors can explore the house to gain insight into the life of a samurai family during the Edo period. The house features a coffered ceiling made entirely of Japanese cypress, while the fusuma-e were created by the Maeda family's personal painter himself. The inner garden is also home to a 400-year-old bayberry tree and has been recognised as one of Japan's top gardens. To end our day, we headed to Nishichaya District, one of Kanazawa's 3 geisha districts, alongside Higashichaya and Kazuemachi. Nishichaya District is the smallest and least visited of the 3, spanning only the length of a single 100-metre road. And as we went quite late, most of the shops had already closed for the day, which made it feel eerily empty. Although it was nice wandering the street and taking in the well-preserved Ochaya without the crowds, I think if the weather had been better, we definitely would have been better off visiting the more famous and lively Higashichaya instead.
Do you think that's good? Yeah.
Mukbang!
Since it's so cold and rainy outside, we decided to end the trip how we started it and buy all our favourite
Family Mart
Japanese convenience store food to have for dinner tonight, and then have a little debrief about our trip. So should we do a little haul?
Yes, so we'll start off with drinks. We both got our fave
Oyocha, literally
sugar-free green
the
tea.
best. Also, I love the lemon flavour, but we can't find it anywhere. I had it in Miyajima, and then I think we found it at one convenience store in Kyoto.
And that was all.
That was it. So, got the OG tonight.
As entree, we both went with our favourite onigiri. I got 2 salmon ones.
And I got salmon and tuna mayo.
Yummy. And then, as a main, I went with the spicy miso ramen with 6 types of veggies.
Healthy.
Healthy, exactly.
And then I got the tonkotsu shoyu ramen.
Yeah.
So that's good on a cold day like today.
As a little sweet dessert treat to end the evening, I went with the dorayaki with mashed red bean paste.
And then I got a whipped cream apple custard sandwich, which I haven't tried yet.
I haven't tried this either, so it'll be
a new kind of thing, but it looks delish. I really wanted to try the strawberry and cream sandwich, but it's the wrong season.
Sad.
So they haven't been at any stores, so that's a bit sad.
We're gonna go pour our water into our ramen and then start with our little recap of the trip.
Yay!
Yay. Okay, I'm gonna set a timer for 3 minutes, guys, while our ramen cooks.
Yeah, and we'll eat
so
our
we don't
entree.
overcook it.
It probably will only take us 3 minutes to eat our entree. We're
I
really
can
fast
do
eaters.
this in 1.5 for sure.
Low.
Okay, do you want to do the honours of the first question?
Perfect, yes. The first question is, what was your favourite place?
Oh, well, I think my favourite place would have to be like Gora / Hakone.
Yeah.
I think we just had so much fun there. First of all, it was like a really cute small town. It was just really different from like the bustling Tokyo, which we just arrived from. And it was lovely scenery.
Yeah, it was a nice break from all the crowds.
Yeah.
It was really tiny, which I think we probably both preferred like the smaller places. They were less touristy and more like you got to see the Japanese countryside
And the culture.
Yeah, the
which was really
nature.
lovely, without there being like as many people.
Yeah.
And our hotel was so lovely, which you probably would have seen
gorgeous.
in previous videos. And yeah, we had really nice food there. And yeah, so many nice things to do there.
I think a lot of people like miss out on a lot of like the Japanese tourism experience by only going to like Osaka, Tokyo and Kyoto. The small places you really get to do a lot of like cool and interesting stuff and see so many beautiful sights.
That may not be like as well known.
Yeah.
Definitely no regrets,
Gorgeous.
really enjoyed it all.
Yeah, I'd probably say Gora Hakone and also Miyajima, which was this amazing island that had like deers roaming around, and we went up this mountain. There was the most beautiful Torii Gate, which is one of the most photographed sites in the world.
And a UNESCO World Heritage Site too.
Yeah, exactly. And
I say this gorgeous ride can.
It
was
was
like the most amazing
view.
view. It was just unmatched.
The view was like impeccable, and also staying in a ryokan, it was the first one we'd ever stayed in, so that was such a cool experience. And the deers were a lot cuter at Miyajima than I would say they were at Nara, and it was like way less touristy and densely populated. They were just roaming around the
Like the
streets.
deers were less aggressive in Miyajima because I think
for sure.
you weren't really supposed to feed them.
Yeah.
obviously like they sometimes got to the food but you weren't really supposed to feed them, whereas like in Nara obviously they sell those deer cookies.
Yeah.
And they kind of like a bit more like aggressive towards the people who come.
Except for taking our itinerary. That was really sad. It like stole it out of Mia's bag. Well, instead of clip, it's so
like I had
funny.
to like rip it out of its mouth, but luckily we were like done by that point.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to see deers and you want, I guess, like less
touristy
and less busy kind of side of Japan,
go to Miyajima.
definitely go to Miyajima instead of Nara.
But even though we liked the really small places, we did enjoy like the big cities as well. Like Tokyo was such a cool experience. Like
so cool.
Obviously being me and Phoebe's like first destination,
Yeah.
we like this
So
in Japan. So
special.
guys, our ramen's ready. Wait, Phoebe can keep talking. I'm gonna go fix this up for us.
I think like Tokyo was so cool because firstly like all the vintage fashion, like going to KANAZAWA was absolutely amazing. We were just like overwhelmed with the amount of amazing vintage clothes and curated pieces that they had on offer. All the food, that was another highlight of our whole trip.
Food. It was
like
just food full stop.
So good. Even convenience store food, like
was amazing.
So cheap. Such good quality. Like we had amazing udon. I had the carbonara udon, and then we went to Udon Main in Kyoto.
And the pancakes. We've had such good coffee pancakes.
So good.
So yummy.
And the matcha. We went to Hatoya in Tokyo.
Tokyo.
That was the first place we went.
It's like
when we got off the plane.
We were like, we need matcha.
Amazing. Absolutely impeccable if you want good matcha, which is actually way harder to find than we were expecting.
Like we expected it to kind of be like almost like not everywhere, but like a lot more convenient than what was actually. It was actually took us a bit of a while to find things. And like when we did, like obviously there was like really busy.
Also Sunny Angels, like we were expecting them to be everywhere, and we ended up finding them in Hiroshima of all places, which is kind of random
because we actually went on the Sunny Angel app. Not app, sorry, the website.
The website.
And they actually have the locations of like where all Sunny Angels are stocked in Japan. So that's really helpful. If you're wanting to get Sunny Angels, definitely check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Because we were just looking at TikTok before and seeing that where random people went.
In fact, all of Tokyo, because we went to a couple there, they were all sold out there.
Yeah, because
so definitely try to go somewhere quiet.
For sure. Moving on to our main. We have our ramen.
Let's try some.
Let's try it.
Oh, nice and spicy.
Yum. Mine's good. Mine's mild. Yours is spicy. How's the spice level?
Perfect for me. I don't think you can handle this one though.
Jeez, no faith in me, Mia.
Sorry, I just don't think you could.
Obviously, another highlight was going to Disneyland.
Or Disney Sea, which neither of us have been to.
Yeah, it was so nostalgic going back and like seeing all the characters and going on all the rides. But I must say, like, the food at Disneyland was kind of
shocking.
below par.
Yeah.
Firstly, like, the portion sizes were like
kid size. They were so small.
It was tiny.
We were like hungry. Had the spaghetti for lunch, and then we also had like curry as well for dinner. And both were like tiny. Another thing was the lines to get to the foods were insane, almost as long as waiting for the rides.
Also the food choices, like Zambini's, which was the Italian we went to, they had one pizza option. It wasn't margarita, it wasn't Hawaiian, it was broccoli, salmon, and
a hard-boiled egg.
Yeah, like a hard-boiled egg, like smack bang in the middle. I'll show you guys a photo, but
it was very interesting.
It was
we did not get that
odd.
one, obviously.
Yeah. It was just like, why would that be the one option that you choose if you want to like cater to a lot of people? But besides that, yeah, Disneyland was amazing. In terms of like food, you did have to wait like a long time for popular places, and it's inevitable that you will have to queue up just because there's so many people.
And like the restaurants like are quite small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They might only be able to seat like 8 people.
Yeah.
So just be prepared for that. But the lines move so quickly.
Which we were surprised about. I remember like a lot of the places we would like get there, there'd be a massive line at the front. But like we would be in like relatively quick.
Exactly.
Really good.
And there's also virtual queues. Like I know for the pancake place and the Wagyu katsu place we went to, both of them had virtual queues. So we went off and did some shopping or just like walked around and then came back like even a half an hour later, not very long. So that was really handy. So yeah, keep that in mind for sure.
Now, who is ready for some dessert?
Oh yeah, love it. I'm so keen to try this.
None of us have tried our desserts before,
Yeah.
so we're very excited.
This was a little wild card.
Yeah. Had something similar, but...
I have not had something similar. The closest I've had is an egg sandwich, which is just
Wait, I want to split it
You go
for the
first.
camera. Ready? Guys, look!
Ooh, it kind of reminds me of the fish.
Yeah,
With the red bean
similar.
in it.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
I
Nice.
like it.
Mine has like custard, cream, and apple, and it looks delectable. That's
How's
really
the apple?
good.
Is the apple crunchy or like?
Yeah, it's a bit crispy. I feel like it's tinned.
Mm.
I don't know. What would your biggest tip be for someone traveling to Japan?
Obviously, I was told there would be like no bins anywhere.
Yeah.
But I thought there would be, you know, just like
Like
a
a
couple.
few.
But there are actually no bins anywhere.
That's
So
so true.
when you can and you see a bin, just like chuck your rubbish out. Or if not, you're gonna be carrying around for kilometers. So, fun tip. Just bring a little rubbish bag around and just take turns carrying it.
It's not pretty, but it has to be done. And surprisingly, although there's no bins, there's no rubbish anywhere.
Yes.
Like the streets are
So
spotless,
clean.
which is like really nice.
What's your tip?
Well, like kind of on the same vibe as a bin bag, I would definitely bring around a little hand towel to pop in your handbag, because although like the public toilets are spotless and so nice compared to other countries, they sometimes don't have paper towel or hand dryers. So it's nice just to have like a little towel that you can dry your hands on if you do go to the bathroom and it doesn't have one.
I used Phoebe's because she brought one. Or have a friend bring one.
Yeah, exactly. Mia carried the bin bag and I carried the hand towel.
And it worked out.
There's the compromise. Anyways, we are all done now. We ate that up so quickly.
Yes, there is nothing left on this table besides my rubbish and our green teas.
And a little bit of green tea. But I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video and all the other Japan videos if you have followed along. We have had literally the best time ever.
Yes.
It's crazy and I highly recommend visiting Japan if you are lucky enough to have the chance. But yeah, that's all from us. We're gonna pack our bags tonight and then we head to the airport tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see you guys soon.